Atta boy. Yes, sir.
Fascinates me about a college program is just it's like a little small business, right? You have to figure out how to get the right pieces and get the right people in one area, and then also you have to have the staff to do that. Also, you have to have the administration to give you support. A lot of people don't think about that.
Yep.
Because then you have to have someone that does the baseball ops side, that does all the admin side. Then you have someone that does the development side. Then you have people that actually get people for campers to get into the door to actually help support the program, and it just builds on top of each other. What's it like to get from ground one where you have to go recruit that first player?
I mean, it's tough. It's really tough. I mean, we were there. I was there in '98. And we did basically, I remember we did a staff retreat one summer and just basically did a hard reset of everything, of what are we going to do or where are we going to go. I remember we spent 2 or 3 days down at Lake the Ozarks just getting just ourselves, our staff, and asking and learning some tough things and hard questions of what are we going to do. And we really said, okay, we need to really get after it. We need to build from within. We need to build with the high school guys. And
because you have two routes. If people that don't know, you have two routes. You have high school and then you have junior college. And junior college is a double-edged sword.
Yep.
Where I could win now, but then I lose in 2 years, and then I haven't built up my freshman class, and I have to go back to junior college. So it's like it's a weird mix. But anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no. So Coach Jameson did an unbelievable job of basically resetting our whole staff of what our direction is and what are we going to do. And so we literally that next year, maybe in the following year, I can't really remember exactly the years, been a while, but we had 3 freshmen in the rotation, and we had a freshman catcher. And we built it from there. And those 3 guys were the most 3 competitive dudes on the mound that, at that time were awesome. And they took their lumps, they got in the fire, and it moved it forward. And then I think 2003, we got Ian for the year, and that propelled us to the first regional. That was the first year, the first run of 7 or 8 in a row or whatever it was.
Was he a hired gun, basically? Or did you get him for 3 years?
No, we had Ian for 1 year.
For 1 year. So basically it was like a free agent sign. Yeah. We're going to trade and get one.
Well, I mean, as the story goes, I mean, Mike Rooney, who was big in college baseball now, was at Arizona State at the time, called us and said, hey, we got this guy we're not going to use because Dustin Pedroia is our shortstop.
Isn't that a great problem?
Yeah, so
no doubt.
Coach Jay jumped on a plane, went out there.
Could find second base for him.
Yeah, exactly. So he got on a plane, went out to Arizona. He's playing in the Phoenix League or was college, whatever it was. He said it's 1,000 degrees, and he called me in the middle of the game. This is the best shortstop in our league right now. I said, and I can remember telling him, I think if I remember correctly, I said, well, you don't leave there without getting him, because we need the guy. And then sure enough, it ends up happening. We get him for the year, and Ian was great. Obviously, he was phenomenal, but he ends up breaking his foot as like the first or second weekend of the year. So we didn't have him for 3 or 4 or 5 weekends or whatever it was, which people kind of forget about. And then he ends up having a good year, and it's 15th or 16th, 17th round or wherever it was out of our place, and he signed and played. We were kind of hoping he would come back, but you can kind of tell at the time he was going to want to get going, and then the story goes on from there. But yeah, so we just had him for the 1 year, but he was really, really, really good for us to propel that gap in what we needed for that year for sure.
So you start with the battery.
Oh yeah, started nuts and bolts. I mean, it's obviously baseball's up the middle with catcher, pitchers, second base, shortstop, center field. That's where you start with, and so we started with that and just kind of build out from there. And
so power is not really a thing that is of super importance. It's more of just the athleticism. You need to get the athletic guy.
Yeah, you get the athleticism. You get the right guys in the right fits in the middle, and then you kind of work yourself out from there. And there's not a lot of power anymore in college baseball overall anyway. With the way it's going now, and the dumb down the bats and the balls.
Yeah, there's no Pete Incavilla anymore.
There's just nobody.
What's his last name?
Incavilla.
Yeah, you said it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So there's nobody hitting 50 home runs anymore, and in a good year is 10 to 15. So yeah, no, it's more getting the right people and the right fits and the right guys on the mound to give you a chance to win on the weekends and to kind of work from there.
Catch new episodes of the Tiger Interview Series on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and you can watch it on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to get notified of future episodes by setting notifications to all. And check out our website, rawlingstigers.com, for club baseball and softball information.